Okay, now to go into triceps, what we did was straight bar push downs. We went with a repetition range of 20 plus, and what I love to do with triceps and a high rep workouts, do drop sets. I'm a big believer in drop sets and triple drop sets because it really attacks the triceps, and as long as you keep the tension on and you get good contraction, it's going to absolutely blast your triceps and they will grow. So what I did was a full stack for about 20-25 reps, and then we dropped the weight and then we went again. But as you'll notice in the video, when I dropped the weight, my hands came in on the bar slightly and I moved closer to the machine. The closer you are to the actual stack, and the closer in your hands are, the more challenging it is to lift. So obviously by making the weight a little bit lighter, you're going to be able to go close to the machine. There's no way you do the full stack stood right next to the machine. Did that till failure, and then once I failed, I dropped it again and brought my hands right in and stood facing the machine, so I couldn't really go in any closer. Now what that does is take the emphasis from the outer head of the triceps right to the long head down the back of your arm here, which again I must emphasize is something which many people neglect. So by doing that drop set and moving your angle with each drop set, you're hitting all the heads of the triceps, and that's an excellent way to start a high rep tricep workout. Into rope extensions, guys. Very similar to straight bar push downs, but the one big difference is at the bottom of the rep, you're not just going down, you're pulling out as well, and that is the difference, and that is why it's such a beneficial exercise, because again it takes the emphasis off one part of your tricep out to the other by getting that contraction at the bottom. Again, we did drop sets on that, because I just like to keep the blood flowing in the triceps and keep my tricep workouts really fast paced, and I feel that I train by feel as well, and I felt as I was training that's what I needed to do, because it is high rep week, and I felt that with each drop set I was getting more out of the workout, so that's why I continue to do drop sets. triceps off. I went onto the leg curl machine, kneeling down in front of it. So it's basically a form of push downs. Now the range of motion you might see is slightly less than normal, but the difference was here that's how the angle of the machine is. But because of where I train is quite limited, I have to get creative. I found this exercise has really helped develop my triceps. I can put full stack on a leg machine, go all out, and by keeping the range of motion quite short, it keeps all the emphasis on the tricep. If you were to come too high up, it's going to take it onto your shoulder joints, which you don't want to do, because although you're getting a further range of motion, it isn't hitting the targeted muscle, and that's something you really need to think. When you're training, you need to think with your head and think what muscle you're trying to hit, and are you doing it? And again, we did drop sets on this. By now, my triceps are absolutely cooked, so it was a real struggle. But at the end of it, they ballooned because they were so full of blood, and obviously the VMAX pump was enhancing the amount of blood going into my triceps as well. So that was basically my arm workout done for my week 3. It's really intense. That's all I can say. Really got a really big pump off that workout, and they're feeling really sore already, and I know they're going to be killing for next week.